We have traveled through the centuries. We have seen how empires are born and how currencies die. We have understood that the current system is a cage and that Bitcoin is the key.
But as soon as you try to take that key, the system screams at you. They tell you it's a bubble. They tell you it's for criminals. They tell you it's destroying the planet. They tell you it's worthless.
It's all noise. It's all fear. It's time to turn off the TV and watch the data. Forget what you've been told. Welcome to Crypto Myths Busted, where the truth destroys the lie.
Every time Bitcoin drops by 10%, the headlines are identical. Bitcoin is dead. The bubble has popped. It was all a scam. If you listen to the mainstream media, Bitcoin is nothing more than a digital version of Tulip Mania from the 1600s. A collective hallucination where people pay millions for nothing, until one day, too afraid to invest. But there's a small problem with this theory. Real bubbles pop, and they don't come back. Bitcoin has crashed more than 400 times in 15 years, and every single time it rose from the dead, higher than before. So, is Bitcoin a bubble waiting to explode? Or are we looking at something else entirely? Today, we are going to look at the data, ignore the noise, and bust the biggest myth in finance. First, let's define a bubble. An economic bubble happens when the price of an asset rises far above its real value, driven by hype. When the hype dies, the price collapses, and it never recovers. Think of the Tulip Mania. In 1637, people traded their houses for a single tulip bulb. When the crash came, the price of tulips went back to being the price of a flower. It didn't go back up to $100,000 per flower 10 years later. Now, look at Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is a bubble, it is the worst bubble in history because it keeps inflating. A bubble that pops and recovers 5 times is not a bubble. It's a monster. It's like a shark. You can push it underwater, but it will always swim back up to the surface to breathe. Critics say, but the volatility, it goes up and down too fast. It's gambling. Let me tell you a story about another bubble. In the late 90s, there was a company selling books online. In 1999, its stock price went to $100. In 2001, the dot-com bubble burst. The stock crashed to $6. A 94% crash. Everyone said, see, it was a bubble. The internet is a fad. That company was Amazon. If you had sold Amazon when it crashed because you thought it was a bubble, you would have missed one of the greatest wealth transfers in history. Bitcoin is following the exact same path. It is not a bubble, it is the S-curve of adoption. Every revolutionary technology, electricity, cars, the internet, goes through violent price swings in the beginning. The volatility isn't a sign of death. It's the sound of a new asset class being born. It's price discovery. The world is trying to figure out how much this new digital gold is worth. Let's go back to the tulips. Why is that comparison stupid? Because tulips rot, they die. You can grow infinite tulips next year. They are not scarce. Bitcoin is mathematically scarce. There will only ever be 21 million. You cannot grow more Bitcoin in a garden. You cannot print more Bitcoin at the central bank. When you buy a tulip during a mania, you are hoping for a greater fool to buy it from you. When you buy Bitcoin, you are buying a share of the most secure, decentralized computer network in the world. You are buying an insurance policy against the devaluation of your money. One is a flower, the other is a monetary revolution. Confusing the two is not just wrong, it's dangerous for your wallet. If Bitcoin were a bubble made of magical internet money for nerds, why is BlackRock here? Why are the biggest asset managers in the world, the people who control trillions of dollars, filing for Bitcoin ETFs? Why are pension funds buying it? Why are countries like El Salvador making it legal tender? Do you think they didn't do their research? Do you think they are buying tulips? No. The smart money has realized that Bitcoin is the only asset that is truly neutral and scarce. They are not gambling. They are front-running the rest of the world. While the media tells you it's a bubble to scare you away, the institutions are quietly buying the dip. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. So, is Bitcoin a bubble? No. Fiat money is the bubble. Think about it. The US dollar has lost 99% of its value against gold in the last 100 years. They keep printing trillions. That is the bubble that is inflating. Bitcoin is not the bubble. Bitcoin is the pin. Bitcoin is the needle that is popping the illusion of fiat money. When you see Bitcoin's price go up, it's not just Bitcoin getting more expensive. It's your currency getting weaker. The volatility will continue. There will be more crashes. There will be more panic. But make no mistake, a bubble disappears when it pops. Bitcoin crashes, learns, adapts, and comes back stronger. That's not a bubble, that's the future. If you want to know the truth behind the other scary myths, like Bitcoin boils the oceans or Bitcoin is for criminals, make sure you subscribe. Because in the next video, we are going to investigate the dark side. Is Bitcoin mostly used by criminals? The answer will surprise you.